2, 3, and we're recording. There we go. How are we getting on, gents?
I am good. How are you?
Well, lad.
Terrible, awful. Hottest day of the year, and I'm fucking stuck to myself.
Yeah, I'm sweating here too. No mess.
Yeah, I noticed me and you weren't in like fucking long sleeves, and Will's
Yeah,
the right idea.
literally.
See, I'm smart.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
figured it out.
No, I felt that pain earlier on. I was in work earlier on at 6 o'clock, and it was like a furnace in there,
Yeah.
even at 6.
At 6.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Do you know, it was mad because I woke up this morning at like 5:45, and you know, fucking as you do, and I stepped outside, and you literally could not see 2 feet in front of you, like the fog that was
Oh,
down
the
this
fog.
morning.
Yeah.
It was insane. And then leaving there at like 10:05, and the room upstairs was literally like 25 degrees, I think.
Oh fuck.
The hate of it, boys. Like, and this is like still foggy-ish out, not like heavy set, but like it was like if anything summed Ireland up in like one window of existence, that was it. To be so foggy and ghastly outside, but still so fucking warm at the same time. All that was missing was snow, and you had all 4 seasons in one whack. It was just
Our weather is complete dog shit here.
honest to God.
Honestly, God.
Sure, me and Crow know back in the day, myself and Crow used to do a bit of archery together. That's how we met. And the rain, the sleet, the scorches we went through. One of the first time I ever talked to Crow. They've an archery set up at their house, and they do competitions from there. And I fucking quit shooting because it was so wet. It just lasted for a whole fucking day, thunderstorm. And I went back in. I'm fucking hiding in his garage because that's where the setup is.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's one of the first times we talked. Yeah,
like having been to your house as well and seeing kind of like the very Edgeworth area of landscape. Like I could imagine how brutal that would be. Like if you get like the wrong day for it.
Like when you're going around doing a bit of archery, you're carrying around 20 pounds of gear, and if you slip, good luck.
At best.
And it's expensive gear. Like Crow's probably cost 1.5. Mine cost 1.2.
I was gonna say, and you factor in like all the fucking like the sharp tips on the arrows and stuff, the bows themselves as well. Like you fall wrong and you're getting impaled.
Thankfully, with the arrows we use, field points, you would have to really run into them.
They're not sharp. They're sort of like
this, like a pen without
between sharp and blunt. Like basically like the tip of a pen.
I suppose if you're falling,
they're going so fast, they're gonna.
I was gonna say, like, if you're just falling on it, it wouldn't do as much. But if you're getting like fucking open fire on, you're gonna fucking feel it.
Yeah.
But just on the topic of weather, here is something that I don't know. You might have kind of heard this conversation before, but remember we went to Wexford last year when we had that like really hot weather, and it was like what was it, 34, 35.
No.
So I was talking to someone in work the week after, and we were talking about like how hot the weather was.
That's such a sunburn. I got a tramp stamp sunburn.
Like I was talking to one of the lads in work like the week I went back after that week, and he was saying like how hot it was, but when you go abroad, like you get the same temp. Like you go to like Spain or somewhere, or like Portugal or anywhere kind of exotic as such, and like you're in 36-degree weather and it doesn't feel hot. And one of the lads chimed in and he was saying like how when you go like on a foreign holiday or like a sun holiday, you kind of expect that weather. So like your body's almost pre-prepared for it, so it doesn't actually feel as hot as it is. But when you get it over here, because it's so unexpected in a country like Ireland, it feels a lot hotter than it actually is.
I'll let you know.
And like the way he kind of said it to me, it gave like a completely different way of looking at the weather, which sounds so sad to say, but it was such a good point as well. Like when you actually think about it, just the way he put it, like it was like, whoa, never thought of it like that before.
We're also very humid, so you get sticky.
Yeah.
Even
this week just gone like in work, and it's not been hot, but like 15 kind of to 17, 18 degrees outside.
Yeah.
And it's like not a gust of wind for miles. Like.
Oh yeah. Have we all been to Spain at some point?
Yes. Well, I was there when I was like a ween.
It's been my first time. Yeah.
The heat there could be insane, but it's so fucking dry, and there's sometimes a little bit of wind because you're normally beside the ocean. You know, it doesn't feel as bad, but then you get fucking sunburned to bits.
Do you know? I was just gonna say actually, like, because
it'll be what 25 to 35 degrees in between there. Like it's
when we go, we're going like peak time, like middle of summer, kind of like July. So it's probably gonna be like high 20s, low 30s. Yeah.
That's just gonna say.
I was just gonna say, like, just on like how you were saying there, like it's Jared, your point you were making there, like I was in obviously Santa Ponza last year, which is like on the island of Majorca. It's kind of a lot of seaside kind of areas or whatever. But comparing that to the likes of Barcelona, which I've been to like back when I was like this high off the ground, like the difference, like there's not actually a difference in terms of like one area feels cooler, like because they're both kind of very humid and kind of clammy in the air as such. But like you were saying there, it was so much easier to get sunburned when I was in like Santa Ponza, just because of the breeze coming off the sea and everything. Just because like obviously like that whole thing of like if you're out and it's hot and sunny, and obviously if you're on the beach like we were, or swimming in the pool or whatever, and then you're not putting sun cream on and you're just staying outside in the sun, you're gonna get burned far quicker than if you're just like walking around looking at like Sagrada Familia or walking around doing touristy stuff in Spain. So like the difference.
Also, they would have cloudless skies, whereas here we have like fucking, oh, great, we can see the sun, and then fucking storm cloud comes over and rains a little bit. Then it comes back. We're like, well, sun again, and then
like
jacket on, jacket off.
Living in Ireland is like if you get a grey sheet of paper and just cut a hole and shine a flashlight through it.
You get trust
That
issues.
is what it's like. Honest to God. Well, I've got them anyway, but yeah.
So that's the weather part of today.
Yeah, and that's the weather with 6-1 News. Thanks for coming. See you later.
There we go. Yeah, we were.
Speaking of holidays, you're going to Turkey.
Oh,
yeah, go to Turkey.
Go to Turkey.
It's not to get my teeth done, is it? Fucking need them done like that. I fucking wisdom teeth came in and they went fucking like fucking
wisdom teeth came in and
together.
Scooped all the rest up.
Yeah.
Man's currently packing at the moment. He's packing at the moment. He's ready to
go. I had to clean the fucking background. Crow got to see the worst of it. There's a little bit of something sticking out of this little drawer here. But
I've seen it worse.
There they are now, little pantaloons.
I've seen it worse. Like
I think
his room is.
To be fair,
my room isn't always that bad. When Crow came over, it was at its worst.
Wait, hang on. To be fair,
I didn't even know he was coming over. So
bed ain't even made.
I think this is our second time recording one of these, and both times. Crow's smart about it because he has like the angle where it's like you can only see my roof.
Yeah, literally just my wall. Yeah, you can't see anything around my other room.
But yeah, heading off to Turkey. Dad's getting his teeth done. So my dad has osteoarthritis. Basically, your bone density goes down.
What's that, osteoarthritis? You say?
Osteoarthritis. Yeah. Well, it's everywhere, but unfortunately,
he's getting it in the
jaw. Keeps the bone obviously keeps your teeth in place. There's a little bit of muscle as well, or ligament, tendon, whatever the fuck it is. It keeps them in, and they wiggle. They start to wiggle when the bone isn't holding them together. Yeah. So, and then that starts to get strained and sore all the time. So he's getting some stuff done. They had to drill into his jaw and shit. I was talking to him yesterday. My dad's a very manly man, very like back in the day 80s movie kind of guy. And him admitting to me he was scared about it was like, oh shit. oh, it must be terrifying. So I started taking a bunch of stuff for my bone health because I'm like, when I'm his age, I do not want to lose my teeth. Because my dad's not that old. He's only 57.
I remember you were saying, he's still a young lad now, to be fair.
Yeah. So, lads, start taking creatine, start taking fish oil, vitamin D. Start taking it now.
Just take care of your teeth.
Yeah, brush your teeth as well. That's a fucking shout.
Yeah. I know what it's like to not brush your teeth. I've been to the dentist 5 times this year already. So
this fella spent a bomb on dentist. This week.
This year, close to 500 this year already. Yeah, and it's only May.
My dentist bill was 1.3k in COVID.
I remember you were saying that actually. Yeah.
Horrific.
Yeah, fucking third of the way there myself now, nearly.
Basically, some minor cavities became horrific because I couldn't see a dentist for 2 years.
I had similar problem to that. I had like a cavity on the tooth I got filled here the other week. It was like borderline, like just not even a tooth anymore. It's like a fucking hole nearly. So that was like, it was savable or whatever, but
I've never had any of that.
Oh yeah, of course not.
I've never had any of that.
Here.
I've never had two. Well, I had braces. That was expensive. That cost me over $2,000. Never again.
I'd say that. Did you? I know some people when they get braces, like more so nowadays, like they prefer to like pay the braces off over the time. Did you do that, or did you just outright pay for them?
I think.
Didn't you remember?
Like half and half.
Oh, so you paid like half and then did like the other half in deposits, kind of.
Yeah, it's a process. The fucking teeth being pulled into place. It is it's sore. Trying to sleep at night.
My sister got that done. She told me that it was little. Every now and then she'd feel like a click, as if like, oh, a tooth just came loose. But no, it was just like
the
slipping
actual
back into
brace
place.
itself. Oh,
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Ooh.
Another girl I went to college with said the same thing. We're having a bit of a grub. We're talking about like or whatever we're at, and she's like, oh, goes to check the tooth, like, oh, it's just the braces. I was like, Christ, dude.
Feels like the tooth's after clamping itself now. It's just
Yeah.
the braces. We're okay. Let's carry on. Nothing to see here. It's
Or
fine.
like literally like the little metal brackets would be on your teeth, and like they'd actually come like they'd come off and start sliding like on the bar. I've had that, and you're like, what the fuck? And things going woo, moving around your mouth.
What does a dentist have to do if one actually comes loose? Like
you just go back in and then
you go back in and get it tightened again.
Yeah, to just
no, but tooth came loose.
Oh, tooth. Well, just
like if something went wrong and I just fucking
pliers, man.
Get rid of it.
Pliers.
Yeah.
Dude, I would be so fucking angry. Imagine like a front tooth just goes boink. Like
fight to a bullet on me nerf gun.
too
Away
much.
She goes.
Man, I would go in with fisticuffs, man. I'm fucking. You can't grow back your teeth. We're not babies anymore. We don't have a spare one on there. You know, I'm not a shark.
Watch me.
It's not like we fucking get teeth the way we grow up. You don't have your babies, then your adult, then your old age ones. You just got your baby and your adult ones. Once the adult ones are gone, you're fucked.
Like my wisdom teeth are only starting to peak, like at the back of my mouth. They're only like they're slightly peaking.
Good luck.
I've never had any problems with my wisdom teeth either.
Good luck. Weird. They fucking suck and they hurt.
Mr. Perfect. Yeah, wisdom teeth are a bastard. I think
and
actually
they fuck up the rest of your teeth.
I was gonna say one of the fillings I think I have to get like soon, not like urgent, is in one of my wisdom tooth down here, I think. And like every day I'm just fucking like, should I just book it in? And I'm like, no, I need to save money. I need to not do this now. Just give me a break. Been in there more than I've been in work lately. No.
Meanwhile, me like, I'm perfect me.
Yeah, I'm planning on getting one of those Invisalign things.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, with the way my teeth are now, there's nowhere else for them to go except kind of outwards. Am I gonna have an underbite when they finish? Like, my top teeth are fine, but the bottom ones are like, man, underbite me, fucking, hi guys, you know, be looking great.
Buck teeth, but like buck teeth coming down. Like,
yeah,
the old Bugs Bunny fellow.
Yeah, jumping out of the carrot midstream.
Speaking of stream, lads, I switched over to FPS. You've been helping me, you know about this. I switched over to FPS content basically only recently.
I've been telling him for months, for over a year.
He said it for like the whole time I've been streaming. Yeah.
I was like, go to COD. Go to COD now. I was like, go to COD. He was like, no, man, I don't want to come. No, I'm not going to become one of them streamers where they play COD all the time. And now he's just like, loving it. Love COD.
Yeah, overall top 3 player. If you go like there's like a total, you know, they take into account all your percentages. But on placements, top 5, top 2 in kills, blah blah blah. It is horrific the lobbies I get into now. Fucking hate it. But it is I'm glad I'm doing it now because better viewers, better opportunities, whatever. I booked Gamerfest. My average viewers gone up, so be good fun. Are you going to go to Gamerfest?
I'll go with you.
Still have not decided yet.
I'll go with you, man.
Yeah. There's a few people going. Looking forward to seeing what's going on.
Your boy is flat broke, so maybe I will sneak in.
Yeah.
I'll go. I'll just go as your personal muscle man. Don't worry. All right.
Come here to me now.
Yeah. The only thing he actually has is muscles because he doesn't need to pay for them.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but so you're looking forward to that though, Gamerfest now.
Yeah, go and meet some people. Last time I was there, I only knew one guy. Kind of palled around with him and his wife and 2 other streamers. I don't even think they stream anymore.
Were you there as a panelist last time, or just as a?
I found out about it too late. One thing I have with a lot of creators is they don't tell anyone about anything.
Yeah.
I don't like it because, like, we're all in the same boat. Like, I'm not taking from you. It's an oversaturated market anyway, so I'm never going to take away from you. But if we work together and we help each other, we're going to beat the competition. Across the board.
You're better off sharing rather than.
So I've been sharing everything I can find out. Any way to make money as a streamer, any way to get a higher reach, any way to anything. I tell anybody, no matter who you are. You just have to ask. That's all. Like I found this new group of Irish streamers, Tratron, Aeronuck or something like that. And like guys, basically any streamer I know who's like, in that middle period where it's like they get anywhere from like 7 to 20 viewers.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, get the fuck in there now. The lads in there are sound. They're very supportive. Go get in. If you're not an affiliate yet, get in there. Stuff like that. Yeah.
I think that's become like a common theme, not just like in streaming, but in general, like in terms of like life, is people nowadays will not tell you anything if it means it could help you, but they feel it could be a hindrance to them. Like, it's become a very kind of survival with the fittest world. And I know it was anyway, because let's be honest, you want to be able to do the best for yourself, but if you can forward your progress but help someone else, then logically it makes sense, because like you said, you've got two people working together from different backgrounds or different reaches or whatever. Like, it makes sense to combine or whatever and spread yourselves even more. But
that's what Mr. Beast did back in the day.
It's like you said, like it's almost like a defense mechanism. Like, right, well, why would it help someone when they could actually end up surpassing me and getting to where I want to be before me? Like,
yeah. No, but I want to be inclusive if I can. If I can get anybody to help or get someone involved, something I'm doing, I'll do it. Because there used to be this great content creator in Ireland, Jamie J. Carr. He's since moved to the States. He used to do stuff like that, but now since he's gone off, it's kind of more solo stuff. But just to see the kind of stuff he was at, kind of like, fuck, man. He really tried to get everyone involved. If he could, he would help anybody if he could. So, like, I wouldn't mind doing something similar.
Well, just like you said, like it comes off good for your brand as such as well. Like, if people see that, like, you're all inclusive and you'll do whatever you can to benefit the greater good, not just in terms of yourself, but bring the whole community or the whole industry forward as such, like, obviously people are going to buy into that.
Yeah. Well,
so like, once you just do what you need to do and fucking do your bit, like, you can't do much more after that. So
you do what you can. That's all you can do. So you gave a go at streaming there recently. You hopped on for 2 or 3.
I did 2 or 3, yeah. Bit on the old back burner now, because you said Dotchini's a bit of a deficiency issue at the moment.
Deficiency,
but,
yeah.
Wearing tin.
If you have time to do that kind of stuff, do it.
Yeah.
Because it's such an awesome opportunity. Like, I'm going to be in Turkey for a week. I have a shit ton of stuff ready to go, so I have my week done. Weeks worth of work done, and that's me set. And I could come back the next week, and I could do a 24-hour stream if I wanted to, and make a bit of dosh off that, or
old Doshini. Turkey vlog. What we saying?
No. Turkey vlog,
man. I'm not actually. I can't even say what I want to say about Turkey. I'll say when I come back. I don't want to get locked up when I'm there. They did turn off the internet one of the days because there was a protest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
I was a bit like, whoa.
It seems to be a bit of a common theme, like, in the last couple of years, protesting, like, just in general.
Definitely gotten bigger.
Yeah.
People protested the king's coronation. You see that? Like, what do you expect? Yeah. Is he going to take the crown off? Like, oh shit, sorry, man.
Yeah.
Sure, you really should have thought of that one.
It doesn't fit. Go get it altered. Like,
yeah.
Man, like, that must be like a mad shit. Like, obviously, like, the reigning in of a new king or queen would be like a big change in general for any country. But you look at England, like 70 years under Queen Lizzie, and now it's being passed on.
Yeah,
that's a long time. Like, that for some people, that's their entire lifetime. Like,
yeah, someone was talking to me about the last king. Like, you know, like how long it's been since the last king.
I was going to say,
he got coronated.
Must be a good while now.
Now, in fairness, they brought up this point and didn't know, and I don't either. But I'm imagining, like, minimum, like the 1920s, like the other 20s.
It was
probably 100 years since the last king
before that, no? Because was it not Queen Elizabeth's mother before her as well, no?
I don't think so.
I could be wrong now.
No, King George was the last king.
Oh,
Look at the Irish guy knowing this.
Yeah.
Mr. Englishman over here knows that.
So. And Mr. Englishman who's wearing an Irish jersey with a cross on his arm. Yeah, Mr. English right here.
This is a great time for your wee intro. We were talking about, like, kind of introducing ourselves because this is out of nowhere, like.
Yeah, so we kind of spieled off in the conversation. So I'll let you begin, Jared, seeing as you're already.
Good time back to back, the champ. Enough said.
Yeah.
Crow was there for the 8 times. He was also there for the 9th, where I was too shit faced to shoot.
Was that when we went down to Waterford?
The reason I'm not the 9-time back-to-back champion.
That's my fault.
Because I went drinking with you two. 8 years in a row, fucking fine.
That's my fault. I was like, come on, let's go drinking. You're like, sound.
3 hours of sleep, 200 and something quid gone. Oh.
Not a penny spent by Mr. Cavan down here either.
Cavan blood, baby.
Yeah. But yeah, look, I'm Jer. I stream. Used to do another podcast. I used to do fuck it too. But each time just kind of ended up being, whatever reasons it ended. Last one, SOS, the guy did it with Cal. He had to go back to work, so such is life.
Yeah.
That's me.
Moss, go for it.
My name is Thomas, and I work for a living.
My name is Thomas. Welcome to my TED Talk.
No, I'm just a precision engineer. I work 5 days a week, earning lots of money. That's all I do, man.
I'm sorry. Anytime you say your job is a precision engineer, I cannot hold a straight face.
It's not as bad as what he does.
What do you do?
It's not as bad what he does. He works with ham.
No,
he works with ham, man.
Like I'm gonna before I introduce myself, I'm gonna interject
with working with ham.
Asking Thomas what he does for a living is like asking Barney Stinson what he does for work. He will never tell you straight out.
Yeah.
He will just say something and that's it.
I swear to God, he probably makes like bullets for the Russians. Like
He
doesn't say what he does, what he engineers either. Like you told me once, like you make tools, like tools of war. Like what are you making? Like making hammers.
Like what do you do? Oh, I engineer precisely.
Yeah.
Precise engineering at its finest. Yeah. That's what I do, man.
You went to college for that as well, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went 2 years. I did church 3.
I did 2 years of college. Me.
Level 6, level 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I got in. Actually,
level 8.
Level 8.
Level 5. Baby.
While I'm in Turkey, I'm sending like 1 million applications. Just that's my whole thing when I'm there.
Don't forget to send one.
Be alone and do it.
Don't forget to send one into Brady's too.
If they have a marketing department, I'll talk to them.
We have some. Well, I wouldn't call it a marketing department, but we have got stuff going on. But yeah, so that's fucking Mr. Cavan down there finished. And obviously, save the best for last, me. I am William. And as Thomas has previously mentioned, I work with ham, which is fucking sick. Because, not just any ham, Ireland's #1 ham, Brady family. Get it in your local supermarket.
It is the #1 ham in fairness. It is actually
I won't lie,
solid.
Brady's is chef kiss.
Like if someone came in my house with a thing of Brady's and Burnham's bread, I'm making 10 ham sandwiches and leaving.
Yeah,
that's just how
or
it works.
You could just do what Thomas does, just eat a fresh pack.
I was doing that. I was doing that like yesterday.
We have to support Willem in any way we can. We have to eat the pack of ham.
Carton of Muju.
Oh yeah, remember that? Literally, like the last time I was down to his house, we were out drinking like the night before. The next morning, we went into fucking Tesco's. That
was when we ended up in Enfield the night before, wasn't it?
Yeah, I went in and got a Muju and a pack of ham, and Willem gave me the dirty scowl. Like, what are you doing?
Like a fucking pack of like giant Watts.
If it was more socially acceptable, I would do that. It's actually better for you than any fucking snacks you were gonna get. Like
a pack of ham.
Like, oh no, he's gonna eat 20 grams of protein and be fucking roided. Like, oh, but no, let's go get some fucking Pringles and be fucking 48% body fat.
Yeah.
Randoms and Pringles.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me. I work in a ham factory. Ireland's #1 ham factory. What else do people need to know about me? Nothing.
Well,
that is it.
Okay.
You will learn in time from coming here and watching us that I am an open book and will not withhold very little.
Yeah, I did a video with Willem yesterday. We're recording.
I already know where you're going with this.
Yeah, we're the snipers only video, right? So myself and himself tried to get a win with only snipers. And what happened was he started story time.
Should I tell the story again?
No.
Tell us the story again. Go for it,
dude.
I think it's a bit too soon to tell. Should I tell this? Okay, tell the story.
Off the back.
Yeah.
Go on.
Why not? Right. Okay. So
you're checking if anyone's listening. They're going like, "This is gonna get spicy." Like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. So as I said, I am an open book, and this is how open my book is. So as Jared already mentioned, he was doing a video last night. I jumped on to help him out or whatever, and I was saying to him the first time that I can already see the disgust in Jared's face.
Yeah, because I've heard this. Like, go on.
Yeah, the first time I realized that like I was an open book or just had no shame, no filter, whatever, was about 5 years ago. My last year of school, I missed a day. Well, I didn't miss a day. I missed half a day because I had to go to the doctor's. And you'd hear that naturally and think, oh, like you have to go for like a routine checkup or to get an X-ray done or whatever. Yeah, no, not me. This was about a week after our sports day in school and whatever. It was wet outside, miserable outside, and basically I woke up one morning with a pain in my arse, like you would not believe. The face on YouTube was just.
I was there on this sports day.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember the thing Willem was organizing as well. I got to compete in it.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect this from his experience. From what I seen of Willem, I did not expect this happen to him.
So yeah, basically I ended up going to the doctor because, you know, like the pain was immensely sore, like very itchy arse, like. And basically I spent half hour in the doctor's with, not gonna say the ethnicity, but
Don't say the ethnicity. Emphasize.
I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, not pretty sure. He is Indian. He's an Indian doctor and a very nice man. Or well, hit and miss. But from my experiences, he was nice up until this point. I spent half hour in the doctor's practice with an Indian man's finger up my bumhole.
I wouldn't be the first.
Ready to rock.
And he was loving every minute of it.
He said he loved it. He said he loved it.
I said that last night. But to give context, basically the doctor turns around like, yeah, you've got piles. And that wasn't like the moment that I realized I had no shame or whatever. The moment I realized that was when I went into school after, like halfway through a Wednesday, which is a half day. I had to go into like the principal or whatever. Like obviously the principal, you know, wants to make sure you're okay, like just get an idea what's going on, like for the well-being of the students or whatever. Go into the principal's office anyway after break, whatever. He's like, you okay? Like, everything all right? What was wrong? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, like, yeah, sir, no problem. I was just in the doctor getting fingered by an Indian man. Nothing to worry about here.
It's just but like what's funny what it is, like most people will get fingered by people throughout their life, right? But very few people get the pleasure of having a doctor finger them. Like, you know, like there's this lawyer, there's doctor. You got all the way to the top.
If you get shafted by a lawyer,
up next
it's not a
is
good
basically
thing.
president, you know, so you maybe you have to strive higher.
Can you go much higher than the president? Aliens,
sure, yeah.
up in space. But
American president, I feel like whoever the president in the States is, no matter what happens, they affect the rest of the world. No matter what, even socially, just they're going to affect everything.
Yeah, but yeah, that is.
And that's probably why I'm so sleepy this year. Joe Biden's president.
Yeah.
Go on to Sleepy Joe.
But little anecdote for you all there off the get go.
But you didn't get the window in the end with the snipers, though. That's the thing.
No, but Jared's viewers got a great story about my bumhole and an Indian doctor. So who's the real winners here?
Yeah, I feel like actually the editing style for that was incredible because we did about 6 games and it was like every time we flopped, because I figured out I can live edit on OBS, so I can like I have 2 keybinds and I can just fucking start, stop. So I don't have to wait for loading screens and edit that part out. So it's very fast to make a video now. But I just realized midway through it I could do it, and I'm like, okay, we'll just do like 6 games. Doink, agony, torment. We land, we die, go back again. Day 85, give it up for day 85. Doink, start again. I'm in so much pain. I just want to get this done. You know, there's 5 games in it. There was originally 6, but the 6th one was so short, I just didn't keep anything.
I was gonna say
it was basically land, drop, get molested. There's nothing fun about it.
Land, drop, get dropped, repeat.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
But yeah, it was not our finest moment. But yeah, doing those videos is a lot of fun. Like I got another streamer on to help me with another one. We did the Chimera build. The Chimera is kind of my favorite at the moment because COD just got an update to balance all the guns. But for some reason,
what's weird is we did DMZ. I actually jumped on DMZ.
So how did you manage to get him to do that?
I said I didn't want it, and he said let's do it. And I was like, oh, sure.
Yeah. We jumped on DMZ on the Sheikah.
Reverse psychology.
Literally.
Yeah. It's like the old adage: if you tell a man to do something or not to do something, he's going to do the opposite. You tell a man to do something, he is not going to move. You tell a man not to do something, like don't press that button, he's going to press every fucking button within sight.
Honestly, man.
You tell Crow you don't want to play DMZ, he'll load that shit up quicker than you could even believe.
Literally, we played DMZ, we fucking stormed the castle twice, got the weapons case, was so worth it in the end though. Man, the blueprint was, top notch, man. A sticker for the weapon. I was loving it.
It was actually a sticker.
It was a sticker for a weapon, man.
It was a sticker.
The first one was like a custom build for like a
the P890.
P890, the fucking shitty pistol, and it wasn't even good. It was just like, it looks like it's from, an old James Bond film. Well, it's
sweat our asses off to get in and get out. It was
because you have to get that F-Tac siege weapon at the moment, and
I already have them both. They're all right. They're all right. I was using them
someone pointed out that the reason the F-Tac siege isn't overpowered is because there's no bundle for it. Whereas before with the headlock and shit, there was bundles, so they were ridiculously overpowered, and you could have just bought it off the bat. I seen like Doc Disrespect and stuff do that. Like, come on, this is kind of cheating.
I mean, last night we jumped on the DMZ on Al Mazrah, and we went to the chemist. First game in, fucking found the chemist, annihilated him, took his weapon, extracted it, got the M13 for free. You bought the bundle for it. I was like, man.
To be fair, you saw my
I already had it. I'm so confused how you guys didn't have it.
You saw my one, lad. You fucking seen the damage that thing can do. That thing's OP.
Because he bought the bundle because he didn't want to get it from the chemist.
I couldn't be asked. Fucking chemist. Get out.
I got it last night, and I got a win with it last night. I literally got the weapon, I threw it on, and then we went into the game and we got a win.
Every time I get a win now, I'm like, oh fuck. Here we go. I don't want to do it, man. I don't want to do it anymore.
It's not exciting anymore. It's just fucking.
It's like, oh, my lobbies are going to be terrible. Because when I've done 3 weeks of only FPS content. Week 2, I peaked. I was going out there fucking destroying people. I was having fun with just making fun of people while I killed them. I could run around that guy and he wouldn't get me and whatever, but drop on him and just like beat him to death. Right now, I gotta sweat my balls off to try to get anything done in the game. So fun. I found out how skill-based matchmaking works, and I will never host ever again. If anyone wants to know how it works, it's based on everyone in the party, but it's skewed towards the person who's hosting it.
I mean, we tested this theory.
It's not KD based. It's placement based.
I
mean, like, we tested this. Remember, I posted it, and you were like, no, get me to host it, and you hosted it, and it was even worse. And we were like,
at the time, we were basically on the same level.
Man, I'm like 100 levels.
Yeah, but I do this like to make my money, right? So you have a job at the minute, so like you get to do whatever you want, and then you can play that on the side. So
I'm sweating after my job.
So like, I'm making videos with this. I'm streaming for 4 hours at a time with this game, so I'm gonna have things a bit higher. And I wish I didn't. So if someone new was like, let's go in, like, you host. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Nope. They'll say like, oh, this is so sweaty, and then like I'm just having some fun, like fucking.
Fucking prodding along,
gliding around the map, levitating around the map.
Business.
What's annoying as well is that I'm not a good player. Like there's so many better people who don't even play it like competitively, who just play for like fun or crack or whatever. I'm terrible, but the rankings have fucked me.
Yeah.
I'd love to make a new account and just see what happens.
Modern Warfare 3 is coming out.
I got the poster leaked.
Yeah, I seen it too.
It's the
Modern Warfare 3 is coming out.
The glasses look a lot like my ones, don't they? On the character, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the new Warzone map as well. See that?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen the leak for that now.
I thought I retweeted it. Yeah. It's already out.
I've been out on a lovely date all day, so I didn't see it.
Oh.
I had this funny moment with Crow. I tried to convince him I was polyamorous. He's a cat.
I was like,
he doesn't know what that meant. He didn't know what that meant at the time.
Yeah, so, for a minute, like, it took me a minute. I was like,
never mind.
Huh?
I was gonna go like, dude, I'm on a date, and like, because I said I'm on a date right now. He's like, huh? What do you mean you're on a date? Huh? I'm like, dude, I told you this yesterday. I'm on a date. You know me and Sean are polyamorous, and he was like, that a color? No, it's just what he didn't get. I was like, never mind. I showed John out. Yeah. That's kind of funny.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we know he's from Cavan. He does this.
Cavan blood.
Yeah.
7 pennies, man.
7 pennies. Yeah. The brown pennies.
That's how you stay rich.
That doesn't really sound like it would work, but it's.
That's how you stay rich, man. You just spend very little, you know.
Yeah, I get paid monthly, and I pay basically nothing. Like,
this boy has leached off me, and now he.
When have I ever leached off you?
No, Oh, Jared.
Oh, I was gonna say.
What do you mean I've leached off
Leached
you?
off.
What?
I mean, like you've spent some time up here in Calvin. Like you know how we work. So you're like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm like factor this in, and now he's sort of doing the same now.
See, when I actually get my job sorted, or like whenever this application shit is done, I'm excited. I'm really excited, man. Fucking not having to deal with monthly pay. Get paid every week.
God.
Every week.
Yeah, man. Literally.
Oh my god.
Watch,
I'm gonna be a fucking
now.
baller.
He'll get a job now and he'll be paid monthly anyway. Watch.
Yeah, like we pay bi-monthly. Sorry.
Yeah, we pay you every 6 months, lad. So yeah.
And then
the only thing I get paid in on the weekly basis is I'm having to deal with Fresh Cut, this thing for streamers, like gaming content, whatever. They give me a tenner every week, but on the fourth week of the month is 25. So like every now and then I go to check, like, oh, I have like 50 quid.
An allowance, is it?
It's almost like an allowance. Like it's not that much, but like I post on Instagram for free.
Hey kid, you want a tenner? Here's a tenner. Go buy yourself some chicken roll there in the shop.
That's like, oh, I'm gonna buy myself a coffee now. But like,
I can buy the cup.
I post other things for free, so I may as well take a smidgen of dosh while I'm at it.
That's it, lad. Fucking collect the pennies.
They also
don't want to ask me to buy hot chocolates, man. I can't do it. All right.
They also used to pay you in cryptocurrency. They used to have their own currency.
Oh yeah.
And then they like did some weird thing with it. So I don't know what it means, or if the stuff still counts. At the time, I had over 200 quid in that cryptocurrency, but the way they had it set up, it was so hard to get it out of your account. Ridiculous. I only ever did it once. Got 80 quid out. There's a buddy of mine streaming at the time. He'd have 400 quid sitting in that account. He never took it out. So it's probably all gone.
I was gonna say it's probably not even worth fucking nothing now.
And that's probably what he would have made a month on Twitch.
Ooh.
Jesus
Christ.
Which it's not much, but like sound
when it's your only source of income, like it's
a little bit
everything.
extra. Like who's gonna say no to like a week's wage, or like I don't know what your week's wage is, but 400 quid, not too bad.
A little above that, yeah.
I'm broke now, me, so don't ask me for money.
Get out.
Can you get me a coffee?
Get out.
There's a story.
No.
I seen this man nearly cry. Me and Will were visiting him up in Cavan.
I was like, "Hey boys, do you want a coffee?" Yeah.
Okay. Worst question he's ever asked any living human ever.
Yeah, grab a coffee there, Crow. He's like,
goes up. Yeah. How would you like to pay for that? With the card, please.
Looks so upset buying a coffee.
Yeah. Debit card, absolutely drowned in tears.
No, if we said, Crow, grab a pint. Fucking take the card, take the whole thing. There's tonight's
there you go.
Yeah. It's on me, baby.
Yeah, but you know why that is, though, don't you? If he buys us coffee, he knows we're going to be too sober to be able to buy him one back. He buys us like 3 drinks and we're hanging upside down from the chandelier. And he knows we'll get our cards out then after.
Me and Jared down in Teelands, like it's.
You didn't even down the Teelings. It took you like fucking 4 sips, you mad fuck. Get out.
Yeah, if you could down that thing, Willem, I would buy you the bottle.
Lad,
buy you the whole fucking bottle.
I'd buy you a picture.
I sniffed it and nearly fell over. But on the topic of Teelings, my cousin was over here last week or whatever.
Yeah.
Donnie buys a fucking bottle of Teelings like this size in the off license, and the fucking airport brings it home with him.
You should have.
It's not like we're on the way back to England. Buys a fucking bottle of Teelings like this size. Like, oh boy, that kid's not going to be able to stand up in the morning.
Is your cousin
we'll be doing the same.
He is, yeah.
Okay, well that explains it.
It's funny because he's the most non-English looking Englishman, like less than me.
What do you mean English looking? They have a look.
Well, to hear me out, this Don is about
smaller than me, by the way, Crow.
I know. He's smaller than me. He's got the most thick bogland country accent you could imagine, and he's got hair redder than my fire at Christmas time. This fucker is the least English looking Don you'll ever meet in your life. And he's got all sorts of fucking Celtic like tattoos, like Celtic bands and all sorts of shit all over his arms. He's not an Englishman. Period.
Don't you? You have an English passport, don't you?
I do.
He does. He's an Englishman.
Right there. So the only reason for that is when I renewed it, it was cheaper to renew it as an English one at the time.
Is the Irish one not more powerful?
It is, yeah.
It's a weird thing that passports have like a power level. Right?
Like I've had this passport for 5 years now. I've been to Amsterdam, England, Scotland, Switzerland, and Spain. I've been to 5 different countries in that 5-year period, and not once have I had trouble trying to use it in any like European country.
Good. Well, you're not gonna get that in Europe. Can you imagine?
No, like like with the whole Brexit thing, like there was a whole thing like, oh, English people are gonna have it so much harder now because of being part of the EU.
That was clickbait. Like how much of that was real?
Oh yeah.
Like there was this thing that in Amsterdam
the point I'm making.
that English people wouldn't be served weed because they weren't part of the EU. That wasn't true. Like that was never going to be true. No one was ever going to be like, "You're English, get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah.
Ah, you know.
Like, that's the point I'm making.
That was never going to happen.
Like all the commotion that was made about it, like I've had no trouble with that. I think the only difference is you have to get that some bitch stamped when you go somewhere. Like I'm pretty sure when I went to Switzerland, I had to get it stamped by like fucking border patrol and whatever you want to call them, Donnies in the fucking.
Yeah, you literally just give them the passport, and they look at you. They're like. Yeah. They look at you, they look at the passport, they look at you, and they're
got them stamped.
Traveling in Europe in the EU is very, very nice. It's very simple. You just kind of show up, and you're practically a citizen because you can move in and out. But
the one from Mallorca is there as well, Crow. Look at this. Where is it? Right there.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
This one here. Yeah. Mallorca, Basel again.
Basel, where's Basel?
Switzerland. No, Switzerland.
Fellows in Switzerland.
That's when I went to Switzerland.
Is that the German-speaking part?
Yeah, there's the other one from Mallorca as well. It's kind of faded though. Where is it? There. Yeah, so the airport. Funny story, actually, not story, but like just a kind of fun fact or whatever. The airport I flew into when I went to Switzerland here a month and a half ago. It was right. So where Basel is located in Switzerland, you've kind of got like. I'm gonna just use this book as an example. So you've got like Switzerland. This is like Basel here, the tip of Switzerland. You've got like. France here and Germany here. The airport was literally like on the border of all three. Like so the airport I flew into serviced Basel in Switzerland, Freiburg in Germany, and I'm probably gonna bottle this so hard, but I think it's Mulhouse in France. So it actually serviced all three countries because of where it's situated. And when I got there was the door I went out brought me into Switzerland. If I went out another door, like 100 meters down the other end of the airport, you're actually stepping onto French land. And if you went out a third door and drove like 5 minutes down the road, you're in German land. Which I thought was just, pretty cool. That you could step out of an airport and it should be in one of three different countries at any given step on land.
That is the beauty of Switzerland.
Yeah.
That actually is kind of cool.
But yeah, just on the topic of, like traveling and stuff with an English passport, like that's the only kind of difference I've noticed is that I've had to get it stamped compared to beforehand.
Switzerland is a pretty cool country. I was there in 2007. Yeah.
Bunch of dodgy history though.
Yeah.
The neutrality was cool, but keeping the Nazi gold was pretty. What were you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing there, buddy?
I suppose if you're going to keep Nazi gold in any country in the world, it's going to be Switzerland. I mean, look at their banks. Their banks are wham. Ain't no messing with their banks.
Yeah.
The Swiss know what they're doing when it comes to banks.
They like money. They're probably from Cavan.
They're like I was gonna say they're probably like fucking like European Cavan men.
Yeah.
When I was there, man, we went to like Switzerland is known for making good chocolate too.
Right.
Swiss chocolate. We went to a Swiss chocolate factory. Got a fucking tour of it, man. Chef's kiss chocolate.
Willy Wonka job.
Yeah, oh man. That's it. But yeah. So
yeah, you guys have been in the. Have you guys ever been out of the European Union?
Yeah.
Where?
America.
States.
Oh,
yes.
How about yourself?
I haven't been. No.
I'm approaching my next continent. I've done Europe. I've done the States. Oh well, I've done America continent, and now Asia for the first time.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be like it's so technically Asia. The only reason Turkey isn't really considered Europe is because history, and we didn't like them.
I was gonna say like
it's the Ottoman Empire. Like, people didn't like them or whatever.
Yeah, like when you actually look at it, like Turkey being like a heavily Muslim country, it is strange for like a European country by technicality on the map to be like considered an Asian country, even though it's not like in that neck of the woods as such.
Yeah, like we would consider other stuff to be. Yeah, it's whatever. Like somehow the Azores are in Europe, but they're in the middle of the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Geography, I suppose.
You love geography. You love a bit of history.
But like I suppose, like if you were to look back through like history and the history of like the planet itself, and look at like how you used to have like Pangaea and all them like older kind of supercontinents, and like you had the 8th continent or whatever. I'm sure there's some like loophole in the way they were formed that actually did have Turkey placed on like the continent of
Funny
Asia.
you
What
say
would have
that.
been Asia at the time?
Part of Wexford, or is it Waterford, used to be a part of Africa.
It was Waterford, I think.
Yeah.
We talked about that when we were there. Like, so don't quote me on this. Don't say something you shouldn't. You can't say a word. But you know, you're technically a little bit from Africa if you're in that part of Ireland. Also, part of Ireland used to be part of the American continent as well.
You've got that Cherokee blood in you.
Cherokee.
But,
the African Cherokee. I never heard of those guys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
African Cherokee.
I think that's kind of everything, is it?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of covered the basis of everything, didn't we?
Yeah, the king. Well, the Grim Reaper showed up at that coronation.
Yeah.
Bro, you got the picture? Show us that real quick. I've seen so many edits of this.
Oh, like, honestly, I think.
Look at him, man. Like,
that's real. That's a real fucking picture.
Like whenever someone says the Grim Reaper, the first thing that comes to my head, you know, them TikToks, the Grim Reaper just like fucking bouncing down the street with his shopping bags in hand. That is the first thing I can think of.
Imagine seeing that, man, off your head, and you're there at the coronation, and you look like,
man, if you're off your head at a coronation period, you shouldn't even be there.
Yeah.
Like,
well, maybe it's a sign.
like imagine the priest or whatever is just up there like coronating the big Don himself, just looks down the fucking aisle,
looking down the corridor,
just sees the Grim Reaper there in the background, like
oh,
little nay wave at him, like, oh man, the Grim Reaper just staring him down like the corner of the eye, like, hard one out.
How will you know, King?
How will we know?
New card update. That's all set up.
Bit of the old.
They balanced everything. It's kind of okay. Last update was better. They killed snipers, but the one.
No, there's a new meta. There's a new meta. I've been trying to. I told him last night.
I already know where he's going with this, Jared.
Victus and M13. Victus and M13.
Victus.
Telling you that.
No,
okay.
Everyone agrees Victus isn't one because Victus.
Yes, it is.
Victus is the highest aim on sight time and the slowest.
No.
Yeah,
listen here, kid.
Those are the biggest glint by default.
I cannot lie. When you said there was a new meta, I was legit thinking you were going to pull out the pistol on your desk there. I cannot lie.
He's got a nice
pistol
one.
here.
Got two there.
I have a flintlock and I have Deckard Shaw's pistol here from Blade Runner.
You can probably show the flintlock. Probably not. I don't know about the Deckard one. It looked too realistic.
Fucking Blade Runner one, man.
Man, I really thought you were going to pull out the flintlock down like this is the new meta. Like,
that thing is 3D printed and it actually works. Like the little barrel actually pops out with the bullets in it, man. Like,
that's cool.
6 rounds.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. I didn't know that because I was in here one day and I was like, oh shit! It pops open, bullets come out. I was like, fuck, this is pretty cool. Yeah, but yeah.
That's kind of it.
That's pretty much the basis of today. Modus operandi, as they say.
Yeah, the working name is CKO. It's Cavan Kildare Offaly. Unless we can figure out if it means like, you know,
it's tapped. Let's be honest, our fucking thing name is tapped.
We couldn't think of one. Everyone we had was dog shit. We thought of overqualified ham technician, and I love that. I love that for different reasons.
That was my one. I thought of that one.
It's kind of funny. Overqualified ham technician.
All I'm saying is, I don't need to be coming home from a hard day's fucking working a ham factory and bringing fucking business into fucking pleasure. All right, leave it out.
Professional ham eater. That was one as well.
That was another one. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with working where you work. That's not the joke.
Oh, I know there's not. I fucking love my job. I get paid every second week to watch Netflix. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm a bit jealous.
No, it was last year or 2 years ago. At Christmas, I got a little perks card from work with €300 on it, like, and I go to pick up with Willem like, the week after. This fella comes over with a ham. Fucking, he comes with a massive ham. He's like, I'm after getting a fucking ham from work. What did you get, Crow? I got €300 on a card. Fuck you.
Lobs the ham through the fucking front windscreen. Get out.
Well, at least Willem was well fed. He looked jacked for about a month afterwards. The amount of protein he took in.
He ate the whole ham.
To be fair, man, them hams that we sell for Christmas, they're going for about €8.
You got a ham and a calendar. You're whammed out, man.
Brady's ham is probably the best ham. So if they're doing like a Christmas ham, send me in.
Oh, lad, we do. We always take orders for Christmas hams.
What's that one? That Canadian glaze one? That or something like that? Is the Canadian glaze?
Canadian maple.
Yeah, or Canadian maple glaze one. Yeah,
See,
that's
maple
sad that
on anything.
It's sad that I knew straight away what you're on about, even though I'm nowhere near work whatsoever. Like it's gone to the stage. Like my team leader will be doing like a weekly meeting on Thursdays to like go through like next week's deliveries. And if he's not sure on something, he's like, "Oh, can you tell me the P code for this, or can you tell me like what we've got on the?" I won't even need to look at no system, no scanner, like no handhelds. No, I'm just like, "Oh yeah, like you want to know like what the code is for these white boxes downstairs? Yeah, I got you. P19411, which is an actual P code." And he just looked at me like. He turned around to me the other day.
I've been so concerned if he said the actual code. Like, dude,
he turned around to me
I'm gonna
the other
break
day,
in.
and he turned around to me the other day, and he was like, "Can you get me a P code for this like box or this product?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. This is what it is." He was like, "You sure?" I was like, "I'm telling you, this is what it is." He's like, "I'm gonna check the scanner anyway, just in case." I was like, "I'm telling you, this is what it is." Checks the scanner, exact same P code. He's like, "Okay, first of all, it's good that you know this. Second of all, get a life." You told me when I started to get used to what things are and where they are in case the system
Like,
goes
get
down.
some bitches.
Like we said, overqualified.
Yeah. Will deserves
amount
a place that treats him
qualified.
better. Doesn't give out to him for doing his job.
This,
Funny
soon,
you should say that.
this will be sponsored by Brady's soon enough, man. Right?
Yeah. Well, we got to talk nice about Brady's though. So I love Brady's.
Yeah.
Brady's delicious.
Yeah, I know.
Ham is lovely.
The official
love ham.
sponsor of Kildare GAA. So
Really?
who, by the way, won their under 20 All Ireland final today, I think.
Legends.
So I'm pretty sure they won it. Let me just double check that because I don't want to say something that happened if it didn't happen.
They lost and half the squad died. That's actually the official report.
From what I've seen, I'm pretty sure they won. Did they? I don't know. I saw some positive.
This fella will be wearing his Kildare jersey over in Santa Ponza. Brady's on the front of it.
Or maybe they didn't. I don't think they did actually.
You guys gonna be in Ponza. I'm gonna be sitting at home like, I got a job now. Oh boy.
Yeah, I think they won. Did they? Yeah, they won. They won 117 to 0-12, so they won by like 8 points in the end against Sligo. Fun fact, actually, Crow. The final was played in Breffni Park up in Cavan.
I was just thinking that. I was just going to say that because I heard something like this in work. I was actually going to say something like that the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously when you're playing a final, it has to be a neutral ground, and
it was in
Breffni Park. Cavan this year for the under-20s.
What did we watch in the pub in Cavan? Was it Mayo or something? Mayo versus Sligo?
Oh, was that?
What pub were we in Cavan?
No, this is different now. This is when Jared.
I was going to say.
Mine.
Jared, I don't remember being in no pub in Cavan.
Yeah, we went across to the hotel across the road. Pints were mad expensive, like £7.
Yeah, it cost me
we got one and we're like, get me out of
here. Yeah.
Joke.
Literally mad expensive that place.
Sure.
But the next time the 2 years come down, there's another spot I want to bring this to.
Send me.
He's going to send us to a back alley where he's going to stab us and rob our wallets.
He's going to get mauled, just like
fucking broken bottle to the hip.
Broken bottle to the hip. Jesus.
Oh,
get John Wick out of here. In a bar
John
with a
Wick.
pencil. Yeah. Actually, I used to be my name on COD, and I regret changing it so bad. Should have made that my stream thing. John Mick.
Oh man.
Put on a suit. Fuck.
Man. Send him in, he says.
ZRX.
Oh yeah, ZRX.
ZRX.
That's a reference to a bike or something, because my dad used to be mad into motorcycles, and he used to own the account because he used to. My dad used to play the original Modern Warfare 2 and World at War and Black Ops 1. My dad played that, and he was a sweat, and he was good. My dad was good. Then I don't know what, man. At a certain age, you give up, and it was almost sad,
you
man.
Had kids. You popped out, and you just had to stop.
I used to be sweating as well, like on the Wii.
All the kids are born. He would just sit down and relax and play, but no.
My first COD was on the Wii, on the Nintendo Wii, Black Ops 1. Fucking grinded it out on the Wii.
He had a headset as well, so he was talking in the lobbies.
Oh man, what a legend! Legend of the scene, as they say.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna get him to play Warzone one of the days. He's gonna hate it.
Oh man.
He's gonna give up.
Warzone stream with Daddy.
Gents, that's all. Right, we're gonna get out of here. We're almost an hour in.
What are we saying?
That's how you do it.
Do you want to try to get this an hour on the dot? We can talk for exactly 5 minutes 30 seconds as of now.
I have got stories that I could use to fill that time.
Well, I will stop it exactly on 1 hour. So be ready.
So what story do you want? Do you want the French train, the cow field, or the Crocker box story?
Crocker box.
Crocker box story.
Go on. Explain what that is first, so in case anyone doesn't know.
Okay, so I want to point out when I get into this story, some of you may think this is wildly racist. It is not. I can confirm that, having spoken to the people involved. It is not racist. But
it lasted a total of 1 episode, boys. Got cancelled. Go on.
So a Crocker box, basically, it's like this.
You go.
So in Ireland, there's like a charity called Troker. They've got like this whole appeal where every year they like send over Troker boxes, which is like basically any box you can find, shoe boxes, like boxes from anything you get stuff delivered in, and they fill it up. Like they send it out to families and appeal to families. They'll fill it up with like
that's
toys,
literally what we had to do in primary school.
Yeah,
you know, in primary school we had to fill up, fucking wrap it up. Yeah.
So it's this like concept as such where like Irish families get the chance to like fill boxes up with like their kids' old toys or old clothes they don't wear anymore, etc., and they'll wrap them up like Christmas wrapping, a few little nice messages or whatever, and they'll send it off to like countries in Africa like that are struggling communities or whatever. And it's this whole like they'd have like a big thing for it around Christmas time, obviously, because you know like every kid deserves to open something at Christmas or whatever. But that's basically the idea of it. So what happened is this was going back to about 3 years now, 2020, around Christmas time. And my then relationship that I was in at the time, the girlfriend was over or whatever, and it was around the end of November, which in Ireland is like a big kind of time of year. There's this thing, we've got like a late night talk show called The Late Late Show. And every year, like the weekend, like the first weekend of December, last weekend of November, depending on when it falls, they do like this segment called The Late Late Toy Show. Basically, it's like basically like the start of Christmas for Irish families. Everyone puts their decorations up around that time, whatever. But the concept of this show, they get like a load of kids on like from around the country. They'll like go to like new toys, like kind of current like big toys in the market or whatever, talk about them, play with them. They get a few celebrity guests on. Usually everyone in the audience gets a few bits like hampers and stuff, vouchers, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So at the time of year, obviously, I was getting ready to watch it with the girlfriend at the time. She was in college at the time, and her like friend group was 9 or 10 of them in this friend group. They were all kind of talking about in this group chat they had. They were buzzing, all excited, telling their plans or whatever. And they were going to college with 2 lads from South Africa, who sound lads, by the way. They were over on like study visas or whatever. Couldn't actually move over here, so they got like a grant or whatever from like a student visa to go to college for the 2 years or whatever. And these 2 lads hadn't got a clue what the Late Late Toy Show was, so they were asking like the guys in the group chat what it was or whatever. They were explaining it to him, like, you know, as I just explained it to ye. And one of them turns around and he's like, oh, so like basically it's like a massive like live unboxing video, which not wrong, you know, you've got new toys, you're showing them off, playing with them, talking about them, whatever. It's not exactly what it is, but it's a fair way of looking at it. And the guys in her group chat, wherever, were like, yeah, like that's, I suppose you could say that, like, from someone who's not from the country and doesn't know what it is, it's a fair assumption or whatever. And she was in the house at the time, like, we were getting ready to watch it here in the bedroom on the TV or whatever. And he was talking to me, and I'd seen the messages in the group chat or whatever. He said that they said that, and this is going to probably be an even bigger indicator of the zero filter I have or whatever.
1 minute, 30 seconds.
In that moment that they sent that message back, I asked her for the phone. Didn't say anything. Didn't take a second to think. I said, let me reply to this message. Don't question. Don't ask anything. Just let me reply and send it in. And she knew the person I was. She knew full well something was not going to be allowed to be said when I got the phone off her. She was like, show me first. And typed out the message or whatever and showed her. And she was like, you're not sending that. And I was like, just please let me send it. So replied to the message these South African lads said or whatever. And basically the message read, oh, well, sure, you lads would know about unboxing videos when you unbox toy boxes from Irish charities every year or whatever. In reference to the Troker boxes. And not racist, as I said, because these lads...
It's not.
It's true, like it's a statement and fact. The best thing was
well,
these
let
two
me
lads
ask you,
hadn't got a clue.
were these white South Africans?
Yeah, well, half caste.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But these 2 lads hadn't got a clue what a Troker box was. Like, they had never heard of a Troker box in their life. Like,
Well, yeah, it's not for them anyway.
Yeah. No, but I know, like, it's, yeah. The context of the conversation, it was the perfect time to say something like that. Although I probably should never say something like that to an African or South African in general, but, you know. Her whole group chat erupts. Everybody, 3 of them tried to call her just to fucking talk to me and be like, yes, like,
well done.
Yes. Like, she's there trying to figure out how she can clean her soul. I'm here on the ground almost rolling around laughing. These 2 South African dons haven't got a clue how to respond. The whole group chat has gone to bedlam. The thing is a mess. The night comes to an end. Case and point.
I'll let you go over by a couple seconds, but that was pretty fucking good. All right, ladies, get out of here. Episode 2 coming 5 years from now. Bye.
Yes, exactly. Bye.